Yeah, but folks out there in the chat, there's not a ton of you tonight. 30 of you guys sitting out there watching the show. Eva Man says, "Morning, guys. BJBJ was funny yesterday."
Hi, Eva.
Yeah, good.
You guys
Good
be careful encouraging this guy. I feel like he's got. You're a Halloween person, aren't you?
Not particularly. No, I don't tend to like to dress up for Halloween.
No.
But if I can do it for
role playing
comedic effect, if I can do it for comedic effect, I'll pretty much do anything. Like you just wait and see what BJBJ wears on his next appearance on the Two Brians from Todd and Moy.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
I've got no problem laughing at BJBJ.
Poor Jake didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, he was like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, I thought we were going to have a serious conversation about Spurs. And anyway,
I was literally Dave, who's BJBJ? Dave, you missed it, I guess. This is a picture of BJBJ in prison. That's him right there.
That's Will's long lost cousin in
my
a Mexican
cousin.
prison.
Yeah, he escaped to Mexico because he had 37 unpaid parking tickets in 37 states.
That's a pretty nice prison, man. There's a mattress. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know that.
Rats and all kinds of stuff.
And it's clean.
Huh?
It's so clean. The prison's so clean.
Well, yeah, you're not allowed to make it dirty.
Joseph, BJBJ loves
tourist
Danny.
trap. Was it south of the border or something?
South of the border, yeah.
Yeah.
Right off I-95.
Yeah, I used before I got married, I had a girlfriend in Baltimore. So yeah, I know your neck of the woods, but it's having said that, some nice food. So,
the Carolina barbecue.
No. Look, all I can say is that back in the day, I was a man versus food freak.
So I lived in Asia for 13 years. So
yeah, no, Asia's barbecue is different. I would say.
Better.
But it's all no. It depends. You can pick and choose. You know, you've heard the phrase mukbang. My mukbang would be from Texas, Carolina, Kansas, Chicago.
Now I've lived in Kansas City, which is the home of barbecue, right? So Kansas City is, you got KC barbecue and you have St. Louis barbecue. I mean, barbecue's big there. I mean, and then everywhere you go in the states of Texas, I lived in Texas, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia. So I've been in like all the big barbecue states.
Yeah. Well, if you go to London, go to Bodine's. It's the best barbecue joint in London. It's Kansas style.
Yeah, Kansas City style Bodine's. Yeah. There's actually a store in Kansas City called Bodine's.
But in Austin, the best barbecue I've ever tasted. Even if it's not the best barbecue, it's the one that made me most satisfied. It's the Green Mesquite in Austin, just outside Zilker Park. So I spent 3 days at the music festival, paying top dollar for barbecue, and then found out that I didn't know I could walk off the site. So I ended up finding on the last night, walking off the site to the restaurant, which was a few hundred meters up the road, got this big old plate of barbecue. Couldn't take it into the side, just sat on the gate of the park, face covered in barbecue sauce, just happy as a pig in muck, you know.
I'm gonna tell you right now, though, nothing tops Korean barbecue.
I have one challenger. The best barbecue I've ever had in my life was actually at the New Zealand Embassy in TC. I used to play rugby, and my coach was a Kiwi. And after a game one time, he took us to.
You're talking about a man and not a bird.
Yeah, he took us to this event at the New Zealand Embassy, and they had Maori barbecue, where they bury it in hot coals underground, and they smoke it for like 12 hours.
Yeah, the South Africans do the same thing.
So good.
Koreans will actually do that with pig as well. They'll bury pig as well and cook it.
Don't the Hawaiians do something similar?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. In South Africa, it's called a braai, and they get they heat a rock up. They put the meat underneath the hot rock on the earth, and they cook it up. Sorry.
Have you ever watched? There's a documentary on Netflix called Samgyeopsal. If you ever watched that on Netflix, I don't know if it's overseas or not, but Kiri and that will be there, and they actually do that there in that as well. But so pork in Korea is huge, and
there is a documentary on Netflix in Philippines. It's all about Korean barbecue and
pork belly.
And yeah.
By the way, chat, welcome to Will Stewart BBQ rants.
Yeah, BBQ rants. I'm going to tell you right now, and the difference so American barbecues is all about the sauce, right?
It depends where you go. What about the dry rub? The further north you go.
Yeah.
And dry rub is not the same as the sauce, right? So for instance, you got KC barbecue sauce, you got Texas sauce, you got St. Louis sauce.
The Carolina's got vinegar.
Carolina's vinegar, it's a more vinegary sauce. But that's what I'm saying. So wherever you go in the States, it's all about the sauce.
What about Malaysia?
I've never been to Malaysia.
We got satay.
Yeah, I know. Yes, peanut satay.
Yeah, we got satay, peanut satay. Yeah. But we don't. Have you been here?
I went to Kuala Lumpur in 2019.
Yeah. Just before the lockdown.
Yeah. I would say that I'm three things. With me, it's. I'm not going to go on about it in the blogs and whatnot, but it'll be God, Tottenham, and food. Those three things will keep me going. And actually, four, music.
I've never lived in a country that has better food than Korea, though. I'm telling you right now.
You haven't been to Malaysia.
I haven't been to Malaysia, but I've been.
Okay, we can reserve judgment on that because I've been to Malaysia, but I've not been to Korea, and that's next on my wife's list.
So, what's the difference between like a Canton cuisine and a Malaysian cuisine? Tell me the differences. Because I've eaten a lot of food from Hong Kong, Shenzhen, that area there.
All right. You must understand in Malaysia, because of the culture and the races that have been mixed, right?
Chinese, Malay, Indian.
Chinese, Malay, Indian is the three predominantly big ethnic groups. But of course, you got the smaller ones. We have the mixture, the fusion of the food, right? But Canton food is usually Cantonese food, which is the southern Chinese part food. Because in China, you have very different kind of Sichuan, you go further north, you go further east, you got different kind of food. So predominantly in Malaysia, we have Cantonese restaurants because a lot of the Cantonese moved over from China in the early 1800s, 1700s, the time of the trade and all that, and they built up something here, and that's how we got a big population of Malaysian Chinese here. So then you have to go to the fact that what kind of food is served, because nowadays in Malaysia there's a lot of Cantonese or Chinese food which has got no pork, which is halal, if you understand that.
Yeah.
Kosher, right? Which is slowly being adapted into the food system here. But the thing in Malaysia is that even though we got these three major foods, right? But we still have the Western side that comes in. We still have got our Italian, our French. It's everything here. We got our Korean restaurants, and Korean restaurants which are halal, Korean restaurants which are non-halal that serves pork. Your barbecue, your all kinds of food. American, you see, British.
It has to be. So it's a multi-faith community. I mean, it's the same with Singapore.
And the best part is our street food. You see, our street food is the best part. The hawker food, we call it hawker centers, where you have it's like a food court, right? When you walk in, the stalls are there, or a coffee shop, we call it in Malaysia here. You go in, you pick up the food, and then you go back to your table and sit. Or you order, the guy will come. You want this noodle? Do you want that? Then you get a whole variety of foods there.
Okay, right. We're going off the track. I can see by Will's face.
I can't hear Will.
I think we either run out of last time, or he's trying to get us back on track.
On mute, Will.
You're on mute, Will.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
We can see your mouth moving.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got muted, but I got muted somehow.
Okay, no, we're getting off track. Maybe
we're not getting off track because this is how this show
No, it's
rolls.
okay.
We
It's
just
okay,
go wherever we
JB.
go. Yeah.
We just go wherever we want to go. Yeah.
We just go wherever we want to go.
No problem.
Regards the hawker, there's a famous one in Singapore.
See, look, the food chat is more interesting than the game, right?
Okay, let's pull it back. Okay, it's meant to be a Tottenham Ran, not a love affair with barbecues.
No, it's okay. It's 100% okay. So I have to interject here because I lived in Asia for 13 years. I've been to Japan, Korea, China, Thailand, Taiwan. I've never been to Malaysia, and I've never been to Singapore. I've never been to the Philippines.
The best part, Will, when you come to Malaysia, you will get all the country's food that you're talking about, right, in one place.
Yeah, but so so I'm gonna tell you right now, okay. Same in America, right? You get food from everywhere and everything. I could go find a Malaysian restaurant tomorrow if I wanted to. I just hit it up on Yelp and just go there, and there's and it's gonna be owned by Malaysian immigrants who do it right.
Yeah,
I mean Thai, Indian curry, whatever I want to do. But I'm telling you right now, there is nothing better than going out for a night of drinks and then going to a Korean pojang matcha, which is our street food, which are intense on the sidewalk.
Yeah, intense on the sidewalk, yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, when it's in the middle, it's like, let's say in like Kogumanim and Lila Kim Nim, you'll know this. When it's like November or December and it's cold, and you walk into and you have odang gukmur mogumyan. When they have this thing called odang, which is like these fish cakes. So it's like a Japanese style fish cake. And they have a Korean style, but they have Japanese style too. And the soup, the soup that's there, you take it and you take pepper. Odang gukmur hochu nuga 가지고 먹으면은 when they take this black pepper and they put it in the drink, and they have these little cups, and the lady will sit there and she'll take it with a spoon. But when it's cold outside and you've had a few drinks and you drink that, I mean, it's literally like it warms up your whole body. Or you go and you get like, just in Korea, it's like raw fish. You can get shellfish. You can get pork. You can get beef. You can get, everything. It's just anywhere you go in Korea. I mean, I've been to all over Asia, most of it. Not all over, most of Asia. Right? So more than not, right? 4 countries I haven't been to. The majority I have. I've never. Yes. See, she says right here. She says it's very, very like relieving is what Shiune was like.
The experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say relieving or comforting?
Comforting.
It could be like shiuneo means it can be shiuneo like yes, odeng tang and soju, Lila Kim, yeah, they're both going.
Soju,
they both agree. Like shiune means it can mean cool. It's just comforting. It's not really comforting. It's more like there's no direct translation into English. It's more just like it hits the spot. I guess that would be a good.
That's a translation.
Yeah.
no matter what.
Or for a more modern translation, you'd say
the weather that you're in is cold. Yes, it's cold, and when you go into something and you drink something warm down, that feeling, I know that feeling. I understand.
But if you've never had odeng gukmur on a cold night, on a cold fall night, like because it doesn't get real cold in Korea until like the end of November, mid-December, right? So, it's a cold winter night. You've got your padding on, your padded jacket.
Yeah.
And you go, you go sit there and you eat it, and you just you're eating the odeng, and you're eating they have like these different little fried treats. So like you can have like it's like deep fried. You can get deep fried eggs. You can get deep fried everything, and it's all in this one little cart. All these little carts on the road or in a tent.
Wait, you're torturing me because I've just had a cleansing and whatnot because I'm getting to the age where I have to balance between what I eat and stuff. And Oh, because I was told in Austin one time, we was in a truck going on the way to a wedding practice, and the guy asked what was I doing, and he said I was sucking down a footlong. I mean, this kind of stuff, if I wasn't trying to get back onto a health kick, I would be on the next plane to Korea right now.
I'm telling you, it's absolutely amazing. And this is the thing there are restaurants in Korea that become so famous that people will literally line up around the block and stand in line for hours.
Okay, we've got some comments that might take in a different direction, because we got Priyanesh and Ilya. They're starting to talk about Indian food now. So
Indian.
I like a good Indian curry. I like a good Indian curry. I do.
We got very good curries here.
Fish and chips and curry are the two of the national dishes in the UK because of our history, albeit that our history was created partly by being colonial masters and whatnot. But it gave us a taste for the spice. Sometimes a keema naan with a Madras curry, and just various little side dishes and whatnot on a winter's evening. Boom! But I haven't had a winter's evening since 2017 because I've been here for 6 years in Manila.
And like Prinesh, like the bread too. Like when they take the curry and the flatbread.
Yeah, the naan.
Yeah.
You got naan
I
bread,
really
you got
like
prata.
flatbread, and I like to, especially if it's a good fresh
brick
oven.
Like the roti.
That's the naan.
Yeah.
That's naan.
Yeah.
The brick oven is called naan. The flat bread is called roti. In Malaysia, it's called roti canai. In other parts of Asia, it's called prata.
Okay. Then David asked about Korean fried chicken. So Korean fried 남면 있는 거는 맛있는데. So like Korean fried chicken plain,
chips, vinegar.
Yep. And Korean fried chicken, when it's plain, it doesn't really compare with American. But the sauces, they do these like kind of Asian sauces that they'll put on top of it, and it'll be like a boneless. It's almost like a boneless chicken breast kind of nugget, but it's not like an American fried chicken nugget. It's like real meat, right? That's deep fried and it has
not processed meat. Yeah,
you know, Asian sauce and onions and chives and stuff like that.
Yeah, the best one of those I had was like
with beer.
Was it double chili and garlic? So it was super hot. The crunchy breading, the tender meat. Oh man, I'm hungry now.
It's lunchtime here now, Jamie.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of the
Joe Lewis
stuff we're talking about, I can't eat at the moment. So.
Joe Lewis says y'all need to head down to the stadium. We still have burgers for everyone at half price.
Okay, that'd be kind of difficult for me for us because
for us, yeah.
Transatlantic or trans-Pacific fly, you know.
No.
And Wayne Bonner says he likes Indian food, but it affects his asthma.
Well,
it does.
I guess
it's spicy because it's
maybe because it's spicy, but I love spicy food. Like you can't when I go into even if I go into if I go get Thai curry. And they say native, like native is like supposed to be the spiciest of the spiciest. It's not even spicy. I'm telling you right now that
spicy
Korean jampong and Korean nakjibokum. There's nothing spicier than that. If you go to like a really good restaurant, I've never had. I'm telling you, I have had like habanero peppers from Mexico that on like the Pascal scale are way out there, and nothing gets your nose running more than a good nakjibokum, which is fried octopus.
Well, if you go to a really good Indian restaurant,
I've never eaten at an Indian restaurant that's been hot.
Okay,
not on your side of the world.
It just depends on where you go. I mean, like in England. It's more about individual restaurants than chains.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like you got John Fitzpatrick here saying Indian curry in London is like heaven. Well, certainly in the wintertime, yeah. Goguma's telling me I need another cleanse so I can have all this food we're talking about. So, man, when I get to heaven,
when the time is right, Will, you should come over to this side of the world.
Do you read Korean?
Yeah, no. I mean, the Manila is sort of Pan-Asian and whatnot, and Korean is they love K-drama, they love Korean food and whatnot. You know, I've got a container of spicy soya paste in my ref right now. So
yeah, she said, good job. She said, I also need a cleanse.
Okay.
She also does cleanses often, is what she said.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not explain what a cleanse is in detail, because that's going to kind of put everyone off the
Jamie Nim, it's your name. And she says Whiting. That basically means fighting, right? And so it's an expression they use for saying like great job or good job. And then she says Choju, which means me. I also cleanse often. Chaju hamnida.
It's kind of expensive though. The one we had, it was kind of expensive, but it definitely works. You know, helps improve digestion, and it's
she said yes, green power juice.
But I daren't go into detail because we've just after getting people ready for lunch, they'd probably get ready for diet if we explained the procedure.
Have a diet.
But if we can top and tail and get back to the football, I mean, I've missed all the stuff. I'm sure you've all been talking about, do we really want to win the game and end up in the tertiary competition and whatnot? I think, as was said earlier, so we don't have a St. Totteram's Day and we finish above the Gooners. You know, that'll be it, and just end on a positive for the season by having a victory, or at very least see them play. No, just see them play, not just let them go through the motions,
run around.
Yeah,
I mean that would be great, but I don't see it happening. I just don't see us. I'm sorry, I just don't see us going away to Leicester and performing after that last game. I mean, I just don't, unless Harry Kane puts the team on his back and does what he does sometimes and drags us over the finish line.
He can't do that. His ankle.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I mean, unless it's got to be him, Son, or Bale has just got to play a blinder. Otherwise, we're in trouble. As far as I'm concerned, I mean,
I thought you were going to bed, Joe Louis.
No, he's supposed to be having his massages. That's why he's so cool.
He keeps saying goodnight, but he can't leave. That's how much Joe Louis loves me. Joe, give me a job, mate.
Either that or we made him hungry.
But did you guys see my cousin on Tottenham Away?
Oh, BJBJ, yeah.
You didn't see him, Kieran?
Are you familiar with James Tottenham Way?
Such a character. Thank you for coming on the show. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what industry you're doing.
Yeah, my name is BJBJ. My cousin I'm trying to fill in for him because he's a little bit busy, preoccupied. He told me to promote his channel. It's called THFC Rats. Wait, no, that's supposed to have it.
Rats. And you look at Brian. Brian laughs until he falls off.
It's not THFC Rats.
Close enough, BJBJ.
I didn't even see that.
THFC Rants.
So, Will, you're Mr. Beast.
I've been on the show.
Your brother.
Your cousin is a wonderful man. He's very helpful. He's got great tech.
Brian. Look at him.
Yeah, just search THFC Rants, not Rats, Rants, in the search box at the top of your screen, and find him. He's the first one that pops up.
Brilliant stuff, guys. Thank you for watching, folks. We really appreciate you. And then Brian's dying here. We'll be back. We'll be back with the next show. We're not sure when it's going to be, but Brian can't deal. So thanks for being.
Yeah, so go watch the last two Brian's show on Tottenham Away. If you guys aren't subscribed to that channel, you should go over and subscribe to that. But
I'm on its Twitter, but not on its YouTube yet. So
yeah, but the problem is that, well, BJBJ told me that it was Cody Mack. The BJBJ is my cousin, and he lives in Mexico, and he's got 37. He's wanted in 37 states for unpaid parking tickets. And Cody Mack turned him in, is what he told me. But Cody says it's his cousin, Modi Quack, and that's him in prison, in a Mexican prison, waiting to be released. And Wayne Bonner asked,
we are trying to get bail money for him.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about bail money, but I think
Wayne Bonner asked, has he been released yet? No, he hasn't.
Maybe you've got a BFAM, a brother from another mother going on somewhere.